Three, two, one, live. Is that what we're doing, Justin?
Hey,
Live.
Hey, we're live. Hello.
we're
Sorry.
gonna do the countdown too.
20 what's? I was waiting for 20 viewers, but by the time I typed 20 viewers, we were well over 20 viewers. 20 comments might have been good too. Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to the Crow's Nest. We are back this week. I couldn't make last week, last minute thing, real world job got in the way. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens, but it's always frustrating. It was disappointing for me. But this week we have our second return guest. My good buddy Gene Van Horn is with us. Hey Gene, how are you doing today?
Good. Thanks for
Good.
having me, Michael.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
You're right.
Good to be back.
Good to be back. Yeah, you did
Be
such
back.
a great job last time. You were on our short list to return. How do you feel about that?
I'm honored. I'm honored.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with the fact that you were the only one I could think of.
Oh, thank you for the raid, 20-sided TV.
Oh, 20.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. How many people do we have now? This is scary. 46 people. Maybe that was before the raid. I don't know. Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We had some news happen at the house yesterday. The mountain behind us, about 5 miles away, caught fire. So
Elephant butt.
Elephant-
Butte. Sorry. Excuse me.
Elephant Butte is this little mountain. That's area of the mountains by this trail that called Three Sisters that I mountain bike a lot. No, I was not over there yesterday. It caught fire and it was crazy. You just saw some smoke initially, and you're usually like, you see smoke every now and then, and maybe people are burning slash or doing a controlled burn. Maybe the county's doing that, but all of a sudden, boom, it just blew up and big, huge flames and you just trees just crowning and catching on fire, but it was really just in this isolated mountain area, big huge rocks and everything, and it's blowing up inside of the hill. But the helicopters got there. They had 3 helicopters. It's right, the fire fortunately was really close to this lake, so they were pulling the water out and then dropping it on the fire. It was really cool. This big huge helicopter's got a hose coming down. It's going in the lake and sucking it all up, and they come in dropping it down. And they had some slurry bombers come by, so they really did a great job putting it down. This little storm blew through, and then they were working on it again today. So that seems to be in pretty much control. I don't know what percent of containment it is. There were like 1,000 people evacuated south, so we weren't affected by it at all. My mom lives sort of near the area, but she's more east of where it is, and she wasn't put on any notice or anything yet. So hopefully it's all good. So that was the drama yesterday. But fortunately, knock on wood, so far so good. We're all good. So I thought
The
you were
real
going.
question is, did your kitchen survive?
Kitchen kitchen survived. Status on kitchen. We are, if I had to give a percentage, we're probably at 70% done.
Oh,
We had
70.
I know. We had our second contractor. I don't know if I've told this story now. We had the first contractor, I think, had a stroke or something. I don't know. He just went off the deep end. He couldn't make a straight cut. Then we hired this other guy. He did really good. He finished the coffee bar. It looks really nice. And then he got to these other cabinets and he messed them all up. He drilled all these big holes and basically screwed them up. So the designer fired him, and now we have a new contractor number 3 is should have been contractor number 1. And we interviewed 2 contractors to begin with, and we wanted this guy that we're going to get now, but he wasn't available right when we were ready to start. In hindsight, we should have just waited. We could have waited a month when he was ready to go, and it would probably already be done. Does that make sense? Then
Yeah.
hiring the other guy and starting a month ahead, yet we're still in process. Anyways, so we're waiting on some more stuff, and we got some more tile coming and whatnot. But it's no big deal. It'll all get worked out. It'll all get done.
Twistedoma asked, you're on your 3rd set of cabinets now?
Uh yes, there will be. There are a couple of cabinets will be their third iteration. The
Oh
cabinets,
my gosh.
yeah, but most of them, I would say 70% of them are still the first gen cabinets. They've had a second gen drawer put in because the cabinet company. It hasn't just been a contractor. It hasn't just been a cabinet. It's been everything. The tile they sent was the wrong tile. The cabinets when they came, all the drawers were misaligned. The contractor, of course, had to do all his stuff. Two contractors had to mess up. So you name it. Even when they put the fireplaces in, they had to come back because they weren't done right. And I don't know. There's so many things we could do it, but we'll finish one day. And
We should take odds on when you finish versus when they can find a cure for COVID.
I if finding a cure for COVID meant my kitchen wouldn't get finished, I would freely sacrifice my kitchen for a
You
cure
give
of
it up.
COVID.
You
Yeah.
give up your coffee bar for COVID.
As far as me being broadcast on Twitch, yes. As
How
far
very
as
unselfish of you.
as far as my persona pertains, then yes. But what I say is behind the camera, no, I don't know. Right?
Michael
So
needs his coffee.
my coffee bar is awesome. I love it. I love it. It's nothing fancy.
Are you
It's
using it?
yes. Coffee bar's fully, and it's called a coffee bar just because that's where the coffee machine is, and there's a little counter and everything. It's nothing fancy. It's just a coffee pot I bought from Walmart, so it's no big deal. But yeah, I love it. It's just got its own little space. It's cool. Okay,
Awesome.
I know, right? So yeah, fires are scary, but living
Coffee's good.
coffee's good. Living where we've lived, we've been in a few fire things. Been put on reverse 911. I have one other kind of. This was before, like even before Michelle and I got married. We were living. Remember that old house we lived in way up the hill? We were at 9,400
Yep.
feet elevation in the middle of the freaking forest. I had screwed up my back really bad, and I was on pain medication. And there was a fire a couple ridges away, and we got reverse 911 called. So here I am completely, and I had taken a pain pill and it was working, but I was still in some pain. And Michelle said, "Why don't you just take another one?" So I am high as a freaking kite by when just taking a second pain pill. And it's a Sunday, and I'm just vegging. And we got reverse 911 called, and I was like, "Oh shit, we got to
Quite
get
a way
out
to
of
kill
here!"
your buzz.
Oh my god, I'm running around the house trying to figure out what to grab and everything. And Michelle's just laughing at me, going, "Chill out. We're not going to have to leave or anything like that." But yeah, it is scary. It's super scary. So I don't want to make light of any of that because it's there's people that are being evacuated right now, and it is scary for them. But fortunately, for this particular fire, it's under control. And we expect rain tonight. Expect another cool day with rain tomorrow. So hope is they'll get it all put out in the next couple of days. Even the smoldering embers and stuff. So.
That'd be good.
Yeah. So what are we gonna do today? Let's paint a little bit. This
Well, looks like you're painting an awesome little wizard of
is.
some variety.
I know this is really cool. Who sculpted this? Do you have any clue?
I, I, I don't know.
No, Gene Van.
Somebody who might maybe know what they're doing.
Wait a minute. Is this that guy that does those damn mouselings?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it might be the one and the same. Oh, what a hack!
Do you remember this guy's name? I forget.
I
I know we've talked about this before
No, I
about
don't.
remembering names.
I
No.
don't. It's the Bobby Jackson wizard, but I don't remember the name.
It's the
Maybe he'll pop on and
Yeah, somebody'll pop it on. And basically I think we talked about this last time you were on. Like I never either know or remember the name of the miniature
Yeah,
that
I
I'm
don't either.
painting. Yeah. I'll send it to Ron and say, "Here's for this one." I'd say Chibi Wizard Dude. Everything is dude.
or chick.
Or chick,
No
yeah.
offense. Just no,
Yeah.
just
No, yeah. No. That'll be like, yeah, and he'll have to figure it out at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
When
he names them all. So.
Yeah.
I don't think I've maybe one or two figures I've gotten to name grudgingly. Ron said, "Oh, okay, all right," but
So I was gonna
most of the time you do.
do, texturing. So you made these really nice smooth planes with the cloak and the hat, and I've seen a lot of people paint these things up, but I like to take these more as a challenge to say, okay, what else can we do? You can paint it all nice and smooth, and that's cool and it's fun. But how do we do textures and whatnot? So I've done some other texture things, and most of the other texture kind of videos that I've done were on monsters and adding scales and whatnot to them. Or so this is going to be more of adding more texture to a weathered cloak and a weathered hat, right? So that's what we're going to be
Cool.
doing today.
Kind of,
So
kind of a felt out hat like in the movies.
yeah, a felt out hat. It's
A
been felt
felt.
up.
Sorry, my tongue got stuck. A felt hat,
Yes,
like in
yes,
the Hobbit movies or the
yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, like Gandalf has that big kind of felt hat kind of thing. So I'm gonna be. I got a bunch of different paints on the palette. The cloudy gray triad is really cool. It's got a lot of blue. It got blue in it. So I really like to use that. It's one of my kind of go-tos to go to. Go-tos to go to. That makes no sense. And then I like the dark elf triad too. It's got purple in it. So when I'm doing textures, I like to try to throw different, even if everything's going to be overly gray, I like to have different kind of grays mixed in there, if that makes sense. So there's adds a little bit more variety. So you're getting some contrast not only with the lights and darks, but also you're adding a little more interest with the different tones. And
So
then
you've got blues and purples and
mainly just going to be blues and purples. I will probably also, when it comes to tinting, I'll tint in some brown liner. And then with both of the, before anybody says it, with both of the triads I previously showed, the dark shadow to either one of those to me is always going to be a blue liner. I'll put blue liner in it to knock it down even more. And that keeps in the blue to both. And the other two colors, and these are, you can't really see the, is the midnight blue, the twilight blue, and where is it? It's snow shadow is the third one. I don't see it. This triad is really good for a lot of things, but I use it a lot of times for NMM of steel. It's for
you turned me on to the twilight blue and the
yeah,
shadow, snow shadow.
they're really cool
Wow.
colors,
Yeah, I use those a lot
and they
when I paint. Not too often, but when I do, they're always there.
when you do paint, you're all over that. They are almost like these. I don't want to say that to me. They're all like these forgotten colors. I had to rediscover them. I'm like, oh yeah, these are really cool. Because the other colors I used a lot were the Templar blue, and the Templar blue, Ashen blue, and Brilliant. These are really cool, and they're interchangeable. You can throw these three within these, and you kind of. I'm probably zoomed in too much, but you can put in the midnight blue and Brion and go twilight. Maybe flip these back and forth a little bit, and then take your it's they're all pretty interchangeable as long as you get a good enough mix. If you put them in this order, you might want to put a little bit of this into here as a step down color and this into this, but it adds a little more interest in colors. You don't have to stay in the same whole gradation. It's good to kind of throw some other colors in there and kind of confuse the viewer's eye a little bit and add a little more interest. Another kind of colors I have on the palette is Siren Song. I think this is this is a Bones color. I think it's out, right? I'm pretty sure it is. I don't want to be teasing with paints that aren't out anymore. I don't know. And then this copper verdigris. This copper verdigris is a really, 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 really cool color. It's part of the copper triad, and I've used it a little bit for that. But I tend to use this in a ton of different highlight areas, NMM blades and what have you. When I did this guy, you'll see in the blade highlight area that he's got that color in there as well. So you'll see it right there,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and up in the top of the blade. Yeah. So it's good. It kind of
And it adds it adds a nice little bling to the blade.
Yeah, yeah,
It's a
totally.
nice pop of color or something.
I like that. I'm gonna keep that
Describe
bling to the blade. I like
bling to
that.
the blade.
Bling to the blade. So, what have you been up to recently? We've talked about my fires and what's been going on down there in Denverville.
Oh, not a whole heck of a lot. I'm doing some 2D stuff um for Ron right now.
ReaperCon
Um,
related or
yeah,
different?
yeah, ReaperCon related.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and I'm about to embark on another project that I can't really talk about, but
Oh, do I know anything about it?
yeah, you do. You know about it.
You're redoing something.
No, no, no,
So
no.
it's not that one?
This is a personal project.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, but you know about it.
Do you need any help?
Oh, well, yeah, definitely, but not right at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, we've talked about it.
Okay.
Um, but other than that, not a whole heck of a lot's going on. No, not a new map for Bone Six, Dan.
Dan's pretty smart. Yeah,
Uh,
Dan's pretty smart. But
and
you know
oh,
one.
wait, real
Go
quick,
ahead.
Valandar the Red, an adult Rocky. That's Troc Zul.
Uh huh.
That
It is.
that is the adult Rocky.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's been asking about that, or they've been asking about that.
God,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you
there's
saying,
this
Mike?
other really cool dragon that I still can't show off, can I?
You know what? I think you should just show just
No,
you've been
I'll get.
in and out.
Yeah,
It's already
I
been announced.
has it been?
Well,
No,
originally, it was announced a while ago.
no. We're gonna have to tease it at this point. I don't have official. I don't have official, but I will tease even more by saying it is. I don't. It's probably one of my favorite things that you've done.
I did a chibi project years and years ago that
Yep.
has been on and off,
Yeah.
the back burner for
Yeah.
a number of years now,
Yeah.
and it's now on the front burner, but it's not hasn't been officially announced yet.
Yeah. And
So
it's going to be so freaking cool. It's really, really cool. Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited about it because they're cool figures, and
Rhonda says, if Michael already knows about it, are you sure it's still a secret? Yeah. I've actually kept this. Oh,
yeah,
Greg Zuniga is on too.
hi Greg.
So
thought-
Greg is
I thought I saw
sending
Frank a while ago.
me something really cool in the mail, and so
A massage table.
a massage table. Yes. No. Greg is, and please go check out Wicked Elf. He does the vellum butterflies and plants and whatnot. And I'm going to get up like I normally do during the show. And I want to get Greg.
While he's getting up, I'll say hi, Frank.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Rhonda.
Oh, yeah, that was yesterday.
birthday was
Happy birthday.
yesterday.
Yeah. All right. So,
What'd you get?
talking Greg up. And so Greg has made, and this has been out for a while, and I did this little guy. He's not a Reaper figure. This guy's a Reaper figure. This guy right back here. You did that.
Ah,
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
But Greg makes these little butterflies all out of vellum and then cuts them out. And there's all these different sizes and stuff. So this little piece was titled, Will You Be My Friend? And I've had this guy forever. He was from, I think Amon was the name of the company. And he had just had his looking at his hand like this. And I never finished him because I didn't know what to do with him. I wanted to have him hold something. But when Greg made these butterflies, I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's what I want to do. So he wants to be his friend or vice versa. And then all the other friends are right behind, ready to. And then but Greg makes these cool things and some really super cool plants. Vellum, super nice, easy to prime. I think.
Does he have little hands to do that? I'm just asking.
What we talk about before the show starts. is the name of this show, which we will not talk about during the show. But I know Greg's hands are of normal, appropriate size for an adult human being.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh my god. Oh my god. But yeah. So check it out, please do. And there's some new plants that I'm going to be trying out, and we'll show off on the show here in the near future.
so I'm just curious because you painted all those butterflies, right?
I did. I
That-
did.
How does how does it how does the paper take paint?
Ah, I did them two ways. I primed them, and then I used very thin. Then I kind of like the priming, but I think what I ended up doing was very thin, saturated colors, and I kind of glazed them on, and thin
Huh.
layer and thin layer and thin layer, and it built up better for me that way. I know there's been a
And so
couple other tricks, but yeah, that's how I was able to get like, see the green one got up to be all bright, um,
mhm.
and then I just used really bright, super intense pigments. I don't even remember which colors I used for each ones, but let's say the blue ones probably were the marine teals, for instance, and then had some glazes and whatnot. But it was very super thin layers, and I just kind of built them up and built them up. I didn't want to. If you put too thick a coat on, it's the again it's vellum. It's you can't really hold that much, and you kind of wanted. If you could see it in person, the camera really takes away a lot. They're a little transparent or translucent,
Translucent.
more translucent a little bit, so you can kind of see through the membrane like you would with a butterfly. Kind of that's what was really cool about that. And his leaves and his foliage and stuff are really give that same kind of effect. Like it gives it a little bit more life. The brass etching stuff that's out there that you can buy, it's good. A lot harder for me to manipulate and get into the right spots. And there are these. I found the vellum is a lot easier to paint than I never really grooved with the brass stuff. So yeah, I like, and I'm promoting Greg because he's my friend. But if he had something shitty out there, I wouldn't be talking about it. So I'd be like, yeah, hey Greg, how are you? Then I wouldn't say anything else.
First victim of the bus.
Wait, do I have the bus?
Right, Greg.
Put your bus hashtags out there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Oh, Justin, you were the first victim under the bus today.
yeah.
Oh, that's true. Behind the scenes. You're
But
right.
first public victim was Greg.
Yeah. Well, anyway. Yeah, Justin got in pre-show prep. Justin, the bus just kept running over Justin, left and right. Oh, the other thing too. Since we have you on, you're not on Facebook, but
No.
there has been so many people. I know Ann's been doing a show on your Rockies. We've already mentioned Rocky once today. Rhonda Bender, who's listening, she painted up the studio models, did a great job, and I've been working on this guy on and off forever.
That's awesome.
There has been so many posts on the Facebook Reaper channel lately. Primarily, Ken Howard. I want to give a shout out to Ken. He's really done some really cool things with your Rockies. All different colors, all different settings. He did some really interesting base work with it. If you guys haven't seen it out on, Mocha did some stuff on her stream too. So these guys are like super popular.
Wow.
And
That's great.
and we went camping a couple weeks ago. That's why I had to miss one of the shows. And I put a paint kit together, and we didn't end up getting to paint, but we have a paint kit together that we put together some paints for me and whatever, if we get bored or while we're camping. But Michelle, she's wanted to paint your Rockies, so we have some set
very
aside
cool.
for her to paint. And I made sure that I did not include any metallic paints into the set because the one time that she painted, and Michelle is she has a master's degree in art design. She's a graphic designer and all that stuff. But she painted a wizard, and she painted it with all metallics. Pretty freaking cool looking. But I don't even know where it is anymore.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like, yeah, we never would have done that.
So
But
Jason said I saw some. Is that the guy on Facebook?
yeah, yeah. It's Ken Howard, I think. I don't know if
Oh, okay. So he sent me a couple of those pictures. Those were really cool.
really super cool. He had some nice
Yeah,
OSL going on, some nice,
I realize
yeah. It
same
was
guy.
really, yeah. Super
Yeah,
cool
those
stuff.
were awesome. Those were
Yeah,
very cool. Very
yeah,
reminiscent of your work.
yeah. Well,
I
yeah.
think maybe he's got somebody he's looking up to,
Well, or he's copying.
or he's just copying you. In
Yeah,
Howard under the
yeah,
bus.
yeah. Ken Howard, welcome to the show. There comes the bus, even though you may not even be on. Um, no, imitation is a serious form of flattery. So it's if that's really what he's doing, I'm very. But I think he's maybe I could take a tiny bit of credit, but I don't think so. He's got some neat ideas and stuff that are he's forming on his own. So I don't
Yeah,
think yeah he's doing some really cool stuff. So.
yeah.
So we will work a little bit on textures, and I thought maybe we could do a scroll. Do you want me to do textures? Or do you want me to do scroll, Gene?
Oh well.
We could even do a
You were,
poll. Do we want to do texture or we want to do scroll? So just say scroll or texture on that.
No. We have an actual poll system.
Well, the poll takes a while, doesn't it?
No, it takes just a second here.
All right. How long? I didn't know you were still paying attention.
There it is. There it is.
meep,
I don't,
meep.
I don't want to ask you for too many things because I don't think you're paying attention all the time.
It's scroll or what now, Proctor?
See, you weren't paying attention, were you? Scroll or texture? Hashtag bus. Yeah,
Which can you paint a bus on the scroll?
yeah. It's a magic spell called hashtag bus.
Run your enemies over for 2d6 damage.
Right. Okay, so if I'm gonna do that, is it going? Oh, there it goes. Proctor's crap. Ooh, I'm gonna vote. Do I get to vote? I'm not gonna tell everybody what I voted for.
Hey, there's Derek. Oh, I've got a story.
Ooh.
Derek just recently did a play on Zoom. Well, it was I guess I'm not sure what they call it. It wasn't an actual play. It was like a live dress rehearsal, I guess. Sure. Anyway, it was very good. It was a very good play.
You
Brina and
saw
I
it?
watched it on Zoom. Yeah, yeah.
What did Derek
He was
play?
on Zoom. He played a bunch of different characters. He played a guard. There were so many characters. I couldn't remember. I couldn't tell you all of them. He'd have to tell you. But it was really good. And what was very interesting about the play being on Zoom. Uh-oh. Are you frozen?
No.
Oh, you're just there. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's just Proctor.
What?
Well, sometimes you freeze.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So I'm sorry. So anyway, the interesting thing about the Zoom play that Derek was in was they were trying not to act. You know, they were using their voices to act with, but you could actually see Derek's expressions change with the things he was supposed to be doing, if that makes any sense. He was acting. He was Jedi mind acting is what he was doing.
Holy
It was
shit.
wild. It was really cool. It was really cool. It was like he wasn't moving a muscle, but you could just see the expression flash across his face, and you knew what he was doing. It was weird. It was really cool.
That's
really
cool.
Hey,
So-
I'm gonna say dibs right now. If Derek ends up in some sort of blockbuster movie,
Yeah.
we all get to go to the red carpet for it. Derek, you have to bring us. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally.
You have to fight us all.
Yeah. All right. So we have a result.
Outside of that, it looks like Scroll. Looks like Scroll pretty much handedly won.
Okay, let's do that. Let me just prepare.
Also,
the
Derek
scroll
said it was a
little more.
developmental reading.
Oh, somebody said he's holding a bus schedule. We owe years.
Developmental reading. I don't understand what that means, and I'm afraid to comment.
Developmental reading. That was it. So it's a I'll try to explain it. I guess
Yeah.
it's like a dress rehearsal, but
Ah.
they take feedback from the audience.
Okay.
You can write in and say, well, that just totally sucked. You need to change it. But I thought it was really good.
Okay. So it's not
I
like
didn't
the
think you
it's
needed
not
any
like the
changes.
classes that I used to have to take.
So,
Also, is the just to create a kind of separate discussion?
Yeah.
Is the term blockbuster in reference to movies antiquated nowadays, or was this a chicken and an egg thing? Like, did Blockbuster come before Blockbuster was Blockbuster?
Blockbuster was before the video rental store.
So they referred to movies in that way
Yeah,
before.
yeah, and then
millennials.
yeah, and then yeah, fucking millennials. But
Hey, at least I know what Blockbuster is. It could get
yeah,
worse. I could
yeah,
not.
it's true. It's true. No,
Yeah,
there
you
were
did not know what Blockbuster the store was.
yeah, it was a summer blockbuster. Is what the movies that would come out. They'd be the summer blockbuster. What's
That's
the
what I
big
thought.
summer blockbuster this year? Yeah, and that's when Gone to the Wind came out when Gene was around. Yeah.
I'm not that old. I'm younger than you, man. What are you talking about?
I'm sorry, that's Bobby.
I got thrown under the bus there, and Bobby too.
And Bobby too.
But he is a pawpaw, so
He is Papa. He's been showing his grandchild photos
she's
lately.
cute.
Yeah.
No one, in no way, shape, or form related to Bobby Jackson.
No. Yeah. Something happened there. Something
Some
happened.
yeah,
Something happened.
his genes were left out of that pool.
Yep. Look, Gene's driving the bus now. See, well, I like it when the
I've
guest
told him that.
stars.
I've told him that. I've told him
Yeah,
that.
I love
He
it when the
knows.
guest stars take
Great.
over the wheel of the bus and start driving it.
Yeah, she's a cute little bugger.
Yeah.
So okay, you are painting
I'm
you are
painting a
painting the
scroll. So
And-
I like my little scrolls to they'll have a little picture in the top corner. Usually it's the left or sometimes the right. And then I'll start doing text. And I'm going to mix. I got a little brown liner and a little blue liner. And I'm going to mix because I'm going to do at the end a little bit of a wash. I did a little bit already on the scroll, so it'll be a weathered scroll. But instead of just using black or brown liner, I'm going to put a tiny bit of blue liner in the actual ink. And this is so small that it's not going to be legible on what the text is. So we're going to do something kind of super easy. And so I'll just make a little line. And then kind of make little runic sort of characters that are inspired. If Bob and Julie are watching, these are characters based on Bob Rodolphi's doodlings. That he will sit there and we'll be playing D&D or whatever, and they've played, and he'll just sit there here and with a pen and paper and just start making these weird little characters. And one of the times we were together, he made this little had this piece of paper, and he wrote all this stuff out, and I took it from him afterwards, and I've used a lot of his little sketches or little characters in various freehands and miniatures I've done for Reaper. The first, when the 25th, no, the dungeon dwellers, that skeleton guy with the sword up and everything on the back of his cloak was one of his little characters, one of his little writings, I guess. I'm not using the right words. So,
yeah, his little character sheets are awesome.
yeah, they're just so cool.
It's like he's writing an alien language.
Yeah, he's channeling with his
really
elder gods when he's doing that. So
Bob said, so that's where that paper went.
hey, where is it? Is it here? Here it is. Cool. So this was it. This is the sheet. And I'm sure if I said all of these and knew how to pronounce this, some demon would appear. But this is the sheet. Yeah, this is what I'll just look at and just, refresh my memory. I looked at it a little bit before today's show. It was like just kind of familiarized myself with it. And yeah, so if you ever see Bob Rodolphi, he will gladly do up a sheet specifically for you, whoever you are. No, he won't. Well, he might.
Tell
But...
him. Just make sure you tell him Michael Proctor sent you.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool runes.
Yeah, those are super cool. Can you
So
see?
I got a question for you because I
Yeah.
don't freak it much. So do you have to go back over those and highlight them and shadow them, or?
Since I got the blue liner, and since I'm not really overly concerned with them being legible, I make sure that I'm doing about a 50-50 mix on my palette. You can kind of see it here. And so this is blue liner right there, and I pulled a little brown and put a little black right here so I can kind of pull them together. So that is pretty thick. If I just make a little mark right there. It's wet, but it's not runny. So it's about, a little bit wetter than a 50-50 mix, but not by too much. So you'll see where it doesn't really run. And what I'll do, I won't mess with the letters anymore, but I will come back, and we'll do a little bit while we're talking. I'll come back, and this was kind of my base coat for the scroll, and then a little bit of this, and I'll take a tiny bit of white and put it over here, and give me a nice little gradation for the thing. My palette cam, I need to work on that camera. And then I'll come back wherever there, say right here, there'll need to be a highlight, and I'll come back, and even in the letters, if it's looking a little bit dark, I'll come back in and stipple in a little bit more of the light color just to kind of give it a little more interest. Maybe it's hard to see in the camera. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah. And that we'll mess around with a little bit more as it goes. But yeah, there's kind of the start of the little scrolls. And I think for me at least, if it's this small and you can't get something that's truly legible in writing, I like to just put, I use Bob's Ruins or, use gibberish or whatever. It just doesn't make any sense. It's just, or whatever, iconic spell stuff.
Otherwise, you hide real messages in there.
Yes. That's so in Kevin's thing that I still haven't painted any more of, he made his own little rune alphabet system. It's kind of hard to tell here. But he made up his own little alphabet, and in this it says something about Clever Crow. Hopefully it's positive.
Don't get run over by the bus.
Don't get run over by the bus. You never know with Kevin. But yeah, no, it's something. I forget exactly. I probably shouldn't say. But yeah. So just the thing is to make sure you got a nice fine point. This is where I will bring out my Winsor Newton Series 7 miniature brush. And this is one that's been around for a long time. So it's lost a lot of the weasel hairs. And it still has a nice point. So
Weasel. You were talking about earlier.
Yeah, you're not on Facebook. We had, and for anybody that's liked me on my Facebook friend or anything, we had a family of 5 Ermine come and visit us for 3 days. They moved into the rock wall outside on our driveway, and they hung out it was a mom and dad and their 3 pups or whatever tiny weasels are called, baby weasels are called, and they were just there's a great video. Weaselettes. We named them Polly and the Smalls. That was their names.
Were you rocking around the house doing Polly Shore impersonations?
Yeah, we were doing Polly's store, and Michelle didn't get the reference initially. I'm like, yeah, it's Polly, because she started calling Polly and the Smalls, and I'm like, she's like, where'd you get Polly? I'm like, the weasel, Polly Shore.
Justin has no idea what we're talking about.
Hey, I've seen Biodome.
Okay, yeah. Did you see Encino Man?
I did, unfortunately.
Yeah, there's Encino Man, and Encino Man's better than Biodome. Biodome's kind of stupid.
You're right, but you're comparing one dog to another dog.
Hey, yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah,
I'm not a big Pauly Shore. People love Pauly Shore. He almost has a cult following. People
Yeah.
love him.
He does.
It's just stupid funny. He was just that stupid kind of funny thing. The weasel.
I mean, back back on the days of MTV, wasn't he a VJ?
Ah, was he?
I think he was, but he was always like the dumb one, and he was like, because I'm no
Yeah. Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. He was like doing the whole California kind of surfer vibe-ish a little bit, even though he wasn't really a surfer dude. But yeah, he's more
By the
like
way,
he was like a male Valley girl, more
Yeah.
so.
he
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
And he, by the way, has not aged well. If you have
No, has he aged like Carrot Top?
Carrot Top got like really jacked though.
Yeah. Okay. They got really
No,
weird
Pauly
looking.
Shore looks kind of like he had a scrap with a meth gator or two.
A meth gator.
But I actually forgot about that. Viggo's Peep said Son-in-Law wasn't too bad. I actually remember that movie
Son-in-Law.
vaguely, and I remember it not being that bad. So.
I remember the name, but I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Because he's less Pauly Shore and more of a normal person.
Oh, well, see, there you go. Then he's not Pauly Shore if he's not.
Special guest, Pauly Shore.
Yeah, oh, I know, right? Do you think maybe he's fallen so far that he'll come on the crow's nest?
Yes.
Justin, start efforting for that, cat.
Fine, I will get Pauly Shore on your show.
That would be funny. That would be funny. Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
great.
I've heard his appearance fee these days is a couple $100 on a pizza.
Hey, Crow's Nest, you don't have to be on the show, and you don't have to like the hobby in order to get run over by the Crow's Nest bus. Just so you know, anybody can get run over by the bus.
Oh my gosh.
God. Hey, did I get subbed? Did you sub me, Justin?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. About
I did
time.
at the beginning of the show.
I've been busting your balls for weeks now to sub me.
And this is at the same time while Proctor has admitted he has Twitch Prime with a free sub and won't use it.
No, we as a family have Twitch Prime. It's not under my email address that's linked to this, so I don't think I can do
Hey,
it.
get out and check your oil on the bus real quick.
So let's see. I want to do something. So I was making.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
no. Oh no, she's a big supporter. I should have her on the show one day. That might go well.
You should.
You should,
Yeah.
actually. I completely agree.
Yeah.
You want to talk about getting run over by the bus?
I don't think I've ever met Michelle. When you guys were down, you didn't come to my my office. I didn't.
Just think about this, Justin. She's married to Michael Proctor.
Oh, boy.
That alone should tell you what you need to know about Michelle.
I know. We should.
If anybody can handle Michael, it's Michelle.
I believe that.
I would be afraid to bring her on just because of everything people would learn that I try to keep secret. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, I second this thing.
He's rethinking this idea.
Yeah,
now.
I'm kind of rethinking this, going, I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, his reputation would be in tatters.
Yeah.
He'd be competing with Pauly Shore.
Yeah, for $100 in pizzas for. No, she'd come on and she'd take over the Crow's Nest and it would be over. So.
I like Michelle. She's funny.
She's funny.
She's a spitfire. She is.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
a spitfire for sure.
you got to be that way just so you can, I don't know, tolerate me.
Oh, Dan Goodchild says I should just give her a show of her own.
Yeah, you should. So I'm on a conference call today, and I'm standing outside in the backyard, and we have a deck above, and I'm on just listening and contributing as much as as little as I can. And all of a sudden, in the back of the head, something hits me. And she was up on the deck above me eating a chicken piece of chicken, and she threw the chicken bone and tagged me in the back of the head
What?
while I'm on the conference call. So that's what goes on around here is just stuff like that. So, yeah. And she's just up there laughing like it's the funniest thing that ever happened. Yeah. All right. So what I've been kind of doing here is making a little mini gradation of the blue in the little box that we did. Can you kind of see that?
Yeah.
It's a little out of focus.
So is this like an illuminated manuscript? You're going to put something
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little rune, another little rune in there. But it's gonna be. You see how he's got orange and red and orange trim. I'm gonna put a little red orangey kind of symbol in there. So, but I'm not sure what it's gonna look like.
Well, better get Bob's sheet.
Yeah, I think I might do. I was looking at doing. Let me see if I can draw it here. It's not. This isn't a good place to do it. I'll do it on this. So and then maybe a little bit longer. This is bigger than it'll be, of course.
Is this Hangman?
Yeah, right. I don't know. I was thinking something. That's not good. So sometimes, like if I'm going to be goofing around and I want to do some freehand, I will doodle it and not just freewheel it on the miniature itself, but I'll doodle it out first, and then that you see me looking off. I'm looking at my iPad. I downloaded a couple of pictures of some runes. I might want to do the second one. I'm gonna do that. All right. So,
that's cool.
So what I like to do when it's kind of dark like this, I made this gradation a little bit dark, and you'll notice in it, it's not perfect, not even close. It's pretty crude actually, but it's no big deal because it's going to be mainly covered in freehand anyways. So let me get back to the screen. Who am I missing? Lord Dave is on. Cool. Hey, dude. How are you doing? And...
I just did a figure for him.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah. You remember that pink and yellow Troxul?
Oh yeah, that he gave to you. Yeah, that thing was That thing was fun.
I bought it from him, but
okay.
He didn't want the money. He said he was going to eBay it and send the money to the Cancer Society. And I said, well, why don't I just make the donation to the Cancer Society? So I did that. Then I'm like, well, you really didn't get anything out of the deal, so I need to make you a mini. So he sent me a picture of himself as a steampunk hero, steampunk costume guy. So I sculpted him as a steampunk dude. It turned out pretty. Yeah. I don't know if it was the best figure ever, but it was fun. It was fun to do.
Is it going to be a Reaper mini, or is it just for Dave?
I don't know. I asked Ron to print it out for Dave. I don't know if he's gonna, if he wants it or not. I haven't really talked to him about it, but I should send you a picture. Can you?
Yeah.
Justin, can you put it up or?
I can.
Proctor can put it up. Yeah.
Put it up.
Yeah, because I have to. Justin doesn't really participate in the show much, so whenever I got to do this, I've got to load images and whatnot. Yeah, he's just snoozing. Yeah, so.
Well, I'll send it. We don't have time to do it today, right? I'll send it to you, and you can.
Okay.
Pop it up some other time.
I'll post it up on. I can post it up on the Clever Crow page afterwards if Dave's okay with that. Per the show, we'll talk about it. So if if Dave says it's cool, I can do it there, or we can do it whatever. That's cool.
Yeah. I did that.
We should figure out a way that you can send me a print of that, because I might want to do something with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, well, like I said, I asked Ron to print it up. We'll see if We'll see what happens.
Oh, well, Dave, 2021's just around the corner. So you know that phrase of holding your breath or anything like that. You
Where do you think Reaper soon comes from? Sorry, Ron. Meep meep. Goes the bug.
God.
He's not watching.
No, he's not watching.
No.
What does he care?
not at
He has
all.
no idea. He doesn't even know A, the name of the show, B, when it's on. No, he has no clue. No clue what's going on. I bet, to his defense, he's really busy. Well, watch him be watching this. And Justin, you're gonna go right up. So, hey, dude, you better watch the show today.
Well, yeah, he counts on me for that kind of stuff.
So this show
Although
is.
I have done that. I don't think he's ever actually listened to me and watched.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of new stuff, we weren't really doing that, but
Speaking of awkward transitions,
yeah, I'm just gonna hard transition. Transition.
Yeah.
How have things been outside of this butt fire you guys going on? How are things going on for you guys lately?
Oh,
You watch any new shows? Any sort of like?
Oh, okay. American Vandal. Have you heard of that show?
No.
It is. It's on Netflix. It's a kind of fake documentary. The name is really misleading for what it is. Basically, it's about a high school audio video club kind of guys, and one of the guys in it gets accused of spray painted a bunch of dicks on the teachers' cars, and he gets suspended. And the kids is a real tool. And the one head video guy, they do a little commercial during or a broadcast of the news.
Oh, I have seen this.
Holy crap! It's so, I don't know. It's dark funny, and it's got some good writing and some good twists and angles and stuff. And it's not just stupid funny. It's pretty good. We just finished watching the first season. And
this is on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix. Yeah. It's called American Vandal. That's been pretty cool to watch. Oh, and we watched. Okay, so anybody that watch anime, Doro He Doro, Dorohedoro. You want to watch an effed up anime thing? It just makes absolutely no sense, and it's good. It's funny too, but it's not super goofy, over the top. Anime, like sometimes anime can be a little awkward. It's not like that. If you know what I mean on the awkward side. Justin, you do. You get into awkward all the time. But
yes, I do. Thank you, Proctor.
All right, so I did the little scrolly thingy. Can you see? Is that so?
That's really cool.
Yeah. It's for real quick under a camera. God, it is a lot more challenging, and I'm not trying to make excuses now, but doing this kind of freehand under a camera. It's not your normal hand position. But yeah, it came out all right, I guess. So that's kind of, let me see if I can make it better with his focus or zoom.
I think it looks great.
Yeah, I think it's great for painting with no eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, your bus attempts are a little more obvious. You need to be a little more subtle with your bus attempts.
It's a good thing you're slow.
Michael, that's good.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, for you. Yeah. Oh no, that's good. That's good for you. You cannot fix this. Yeah. You cannot fix this. Yes, I haven't done my French imitations in a while. So.
What about you, Gene? You see anything new recently that's good?
Oh, let me think. We watched the second season of Hannah. Wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one I watched that I was surprised was extremely good.
Uh-huh.
Actually, two. There was, and they're both on Apple TV. One is called C, and it's got Jason Momoa
Ooh, I
on
like it.
there,
Yeah, he's cool.
and it's a really I wasn't expecting it to be very good, but it's really good. He he's like the leader of this tribe. It's a postmodern, it's a postmodern dystopian world where for some reason there's been an event and everybody is blind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first scene is this tribe that's living out in the forest, and they're getting attacked by these witch hunter guys, and everybody's blind, and they're all fighting blind, and it was really a great idea. Um, but the series is really good, and I would highly recommend it. I just the way they do it and the way the stories are told, good show, very good show. It's called C, and like I said, it's on Apple TV.
Speaking of Jason Momoa, The Bad Batch. It's a movie on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. If it's on Netflix, it's on Prime. It is just effed up. It is just quirky fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
The Bad
The
Batch.
Bad Batch. Yeah, it's a movie. It's kind
Okay.
of a post-apocalyptic thing, and he's fantastic in it. He's just wrong. If you'll probably notice, hey, there's a theme that Proctor watches on his shows. So, but yeah.
And the other one I was going to say is also on Apple TV is
Uh-huh.
um, uh, the Beastie Boys movie.
A movie? Is it? Oh, is it a
Yeah, it's
documentary or?
yeah. It's a
Okay.
well, they filmed their stage show,
Mm-hmm.
so it's Mike D and is it Ad Rock? I can never remember who's still alive. I think it's Ad Rock.
Okay.
Mike D and Ad Rock, and they just are they just kind of talk about their whole, story. They
Mm-hmm.
go through their whole history of how the Beastie Boys formed and how they got popular and how they, their journey. And what's really interesting is if you watched Straight Outta Compton, it's it's almost the identical story. I mean, yeah, they're white kids instead of black kids, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the same story in terms of these these rich music industry moguls basically take advantage of these naive kids, steal all
Mm-hmm.
their music, steal all their money, and then kick them out and make them go on their merry way. And it's just I mean, I don't know, it was just very interesting. So good show,
Yeah.
and it's funny. They tell a lot of jokes, and it's really funny.
What's the name of this?
Uh, I don't know what it's a Beastie Boys movie. I'm not, let me look. I don't know off the top of my head,
No,
but it's on Apple TV.
yeah, I was a huge fan of them. Still am, but yeah, their music was awesome, especially in college. I remember when Licensed to Ill came out. It's such a
Yeah, Beastie
influential
Boys
album.
Story. That's what it's called.
Look up Beastie
Beastie
Boys,
Boys
Justin.
Story. It's
Okay,
good. It's
Yeah.
really good. If you like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, those are old fart music.
Ah,
Yeah, no, I listened to the
ah.
Beastie Boys a lot when I was much
Do they
younger.
have those VHSs at Blockbuster?
Oh gosh.
See that? I brought it all back around again. Did you like that?
Yes.
Rhonda says if you've got Apple TV, watch For All Mankind.
Oh,
I've not seen that. I'll have to watch it.
For All Mankind. Now, what else? We started watching, and I haven't that War of the Worlds series. I think it was filmed in France by Canal. What's the name of the filming company? It's pretty good, but it's a little depressing right now. We started watching it, and I just couldn't get into it because it was a little too post-apocalyptic for the world we're living in right now, with
Yeah.
COVID and everything. I was like, I don't know, want to do this. Not really been into the whole zombie thing. I wanted to get kind of related, but sort of not. The Last of Us is a PS4 game. I really loved the first one. It's zombie, post-apocalyptic kind of dreary kind of setting. And I was so looking forward to it coming out for years now. But it just came out like a month ago, maybe. And I was just like, man, I don't know if I want to sit through and fight through a zombie apocalypse while the real world sucks so bad right now. Because
Yeah, actually, how much do you know about The Last of Us 2?
I don't know anything about it. I loved the first one. I thought it was great. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm going to tell you this. Only this. If you're avoiding it because of the way that it's going to make you feel, it's a bit of a divisive story. And by divisive, I mean there's a vast majority of the population absolutely hated this game.
Oh, really? From the gameplay or the story play?
From the story.
Oh.
It was very, very well. I mean, divided is probably more accurate. There were plenty of people who understood why and how.
Yeah.
Like you understand conceptually the decisions they made and the arcs the story takes, but you don't necessarily agree with them.
Is Joel in it, or is just Ellie?
Yeah, Joel's in it.
Okay. I like Joel. He's a cool character. So, scroll. So you see how it's kind of getting a little dark on the top there? So we don't want it to be that dark. Here's my little mixture thing, and then we'll come back in. And somebody mentioned we were doing the polls on, we're doing scroll or texture, and someone said texture scroll. So we're going to do a little...
texture on the scroll.
A little weathering on it.
That's fair, Barry. I would drop the vast portion of that, but you know what? Majority.
What?
51% or greater did not like that game.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
'Cause that's
now
okay.
Critics really liked it, but you know.
So if you liked the first one, and you liked the story, because there were some hard choices and what have you in that, but this is totally even further, right?
Yeah, I don't. I think people. One of the complaints.
Did you play it?
Lack of no, but I watched. I didn't even play the first one, but I watched all of the. I watched basically the story videos for the first one to catch the entire thing, and then I watched all of them from the second one. Basically, every cutscene that there was and all of the plot points.
Oh.
And so I know the story as well as I guess I can had I played it. From game 1 and 2, but and I personally I'm kind of like I don't know Luke. I think there were things about it that they I don't think they made good decisions on.
Interesting. Well, then it's not a so I will rank games and be like, are they the $50-$60 purchase level, or are they the 6 months down the road $19.99 purchase?
I definitely think it's I definitely think it's something you should buy and play, and it's probably worth if you like the gameplay from the first one. So all of that stuff is they elaborated on to a degree, and I think people really enjoyed that. So if you enjoy that part of it, you know.
Oh, okay.
But I can't. Yeah, you really to Frank's point. I can't. There's not much I can say without it getting intimately spoilery. So
that was Nightheart. Is that Nightheart, Frank, that said that?
Yes.
Okay.
So, did you play it, Frank? What did you think of it? Because I actually hadn't talked much to our community about it. Yes, the gameplay and graphics are definitely accepted as excellent. That's for sure.
Oh, even the first version was just so awesome.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's the scroll. Can you see that? Can you see it better? Because I know that my little feed thing isn't the greatest in going through Streamlabs, but is the final result that's out there good, Justin?
Looks great to me. Looks a little out of focus, but at least from the stream side of it.
Yeah. How about that?
It looks good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, big hello to Frank at Nightheart Gaming, by the way. I had a lot of fun Friday night.
Yes, I did too.
Yes.
Even though I almost got the party eaten by toads.
Yeah, you did. We need to talk about that. I did have that on my list to discuss. So for anybody that watched the show, there were a couple. We spent the night. We had to rest up and get our hit points back. Well, and when you sleep in the middle of the swamp, you got to go on watch. When you're on watch, the goal of being on watch is to watch.
I think I did it damn good job of
You did a
watching.
damn
I mean,
good job
they
of watching. They watched. They watched a group of 5 giant toads come in and swallow up Pooh hole.
they swallowed that poo hole.
They swallowed. So yeah, that's not usually when. Okay, so we just need to clarify that watch is not just watch, but watch and alert. The next time we go on watch, we're gonna clarify it's watch and alert. Something comes into camp.
Well,
We
okay.
don't.
In
Yeah,
my defense,
yeah.
normally I would alert,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, well, what the heck? Normally I would have been a murder hobo, and I would have jumped in and just started bashing things because that's
Yeah.
my nature.
Yes.
And Jen was like, "Well, I want to just, let's just take it cool. Maybe they'll go away." And I thought, "Okay, well, let's try it her way and let's see what happens." Not throwing Jen under the bus. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, I thought, why not? We'll give it a shot.
When
And
okay,
that didn't work.
let me throw a wrench into that thought process. We're playing D&D. When in D&D has something entered and encountered a party and there has a fight and has not ensued, especially in the middle of
Well,
a
this is
swamp
true.
with 5 giant
It's true.
man-eating toads.
I was
Um,
hoping maybe Frank would roll his dice and the frogs would become uninterested and
no, when Frank's
go
rolling
away.
with the magic pizza dungeon dice, they're getting 20 natural 20s and they're critting
Yeah,
all of us. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
so
All right. Well, next time
yeah.
I'll just go back to being a murder hobo.
Yeah, that's the theme of our group is murder hobos. I mean, I thought that was pretty. Maybe things need to be reestablished on a regular basis, but I think that's one of our core traits in the bylaws. That's number one. You know, like in
Murder
fight,
hobo.
murder hobo. That's the number one bylaw. Yeah, is murder hobo. We see it,
Kill it and
we
steal
kill,
its stuff.
steal it, kill it. Yeah, we still got to go back and get that flail snail. Maybe after we level up from if we
Oh,
don't die from the queen. Um, I mean the queen, the witch. If we don't die from the witch, if we make it through that, we should try.
well, the house ran off, so
We're
I'm
in.
sure we're in the house and it ran
Yeah.
away.
Oh,
So I'm sure it left the flail snail way behind.
yeah. The flail snail's caught up with Mark the goat.
You
So
know, yes, but say you know what it also left behind?
yeah,
Mark the goat.
Mark the goat.
You know what? Bobby's just SOL on that goat. There was no way I could carry him and the goat.
Not mailed you your package. So can you hear me? Hello.
Give it a second.
Christine's here
Parker.
on you back?
Yeah, I'm
Christine's
back
on here
now.
with us.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
back.
Can they hear us?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, there we go.
All right. No, my headset just went silent, and it's like 90%. So I just rebooted it, and we're all good now.
Okay.
All right. So, oh crap, it's quarter after 4. Quarter after 5. So I was gonna do text stream, but I ended up just doing scroll stuff. So I hope you guys got something out of that.
Time flies when you're driving the bus.
So yeah, so I think that's Justin. If you want to maybe find us a raid or something.
Yeah,
we'll
right
be,
now.
We'll be kind of wrapping up. But thanks again, Gene. It's always great.
Sure.
It's
It was
funny
fun.
for all you guys. We had absolutely no plan on what we were going to talk about today. And
Can you tell?
Yeah, it was really just we wanted to test out kind of just a chill session, and then this is even more so going towards the whole paint club mentality of what I wanted the show to kind of be like when we first started it. Just like what we would do and hang out, and when we go to paint club, and maybe we do a little demo on something that we're working on or what have you. But the rest of the time we're just talking about stupid stuff. So and in paint club, the bus goes all over the place in the paint club.
It does.
Yeah, it's drifting over people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, even if even it's your first day at paint
You're
club.
getting thrown under the bus.
Yeah, the bus is gonna sideswipe you at least. So
Would you guys like to raid maybe an oil painter, or do you want to keep it on topic?
Is that sculptor person that I really like? Is she on? The one that
Let me
sculpts the
see.
rabbits and stuff? She's awesome. Um, I couldn't. Where did she, if I can
I
find her
believe we
name?
actually yesterday. Josh and I rated her.
Ah, she is just. What's her name? Okay, Shippochi. I really like her stuff. It's really cool. If you guys ever see her up
Oh,
and you got time, uh,
She went offline 9 minutes ago.
damn. But anyways, yeah, I don't care. Whoever else. If is Mocha not on anymore? Is she gone?
No, it does not seem so.
Okay, yeah,
I
then
got a quick
whatever.
question before you raid. When are you going to get Bob and Julie on here
Okay. That's a question mainly for
for
Justin
Bob and
because
Julie?
no,
Oh,
well,
Justin.
yeah,
Okay.
it's mainly for Justin because we need to get them set up with appropriate headphones that they can use because they've just been using their PC. So we did the. I really want both of them on. I should have had them on before. We should have had them on by now. So Bob and Julie, I really want you to come on. We got to figure that out. So
They
soon.
say anytime.
Okay. So how do we, Justin? Can I put the ball in your court and have you talk to them?
Yeah, yeah. If you would, Bob and Julie, send me an email at Justin at Reaper Mini, and we will see what we can get going for you guys. We could potentially also just use your phones if you guys have smartphones too. We could always do that.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to talk about, Gene? Anything you want to pub?
I'd say let's just pub Nightheart Gaming. Go
Yeah.
watch what Frank's doing, and I, I'm always enjoying playing with you guys on that channel, and
Mm-hmm.
or with, I guess it's here, but uh, other than that, I know I don't have anything to really pub.
Now we no D&D this week. Oh, and then there's let's do the Reaper the shows. So Monday through Friday, every single day, Anne does painting big. No, Anne is painting big, and she does Reaper Toolbox, right, Justin?
Correct.
And
Correct.
that's at 11
11:30 Central.
11:30 Central Time. So you notice how I just said 11, so that I could just said, well, that was what the other time zone. So 11:30 Central, she's on. And that's Monday through Friday. And then on Mondays, just happened yesterday, so you'll have to wait till next week. Josh does miniature Mondays, where he does his paint kits, which are really cool. That's a great show. Then you got this show that kind of fails at times. Then you have Wednesday is Anne's on Tuesday, and then this disaster bus driving incident, and then Wednesdays is just Anne because you guys are too busy to do another show on Wednesday, and then Thursday is Anne, and then Sadie painting platinum, and then
I'm sensing a theme here.
that little known show of Reaper Live. That's what it's called, right? The one that always starts
Yes.
30 at least 30 minutes late. And then
They want to keep their audience guessing.
yeah, right. Are we gonna do a show? Is there gonna be a power outage? Oh, let's just start 20 minutes later. Um,
That's not Justin's fault.
no, it's not. It's not.
We
It's
can't let the bus run over him for that.
no. We're just
Certain
the
participants
the bus
who will remain nameless.
the bus has jumped the curb and just going through a huge crowd at this point. And then Fridays is Anne again. Um, and she's been painting one of your Rockies, by the way. I think I mentioned that earlier. It looks really
Yes,
badass.
you did. You did.
Uh, there is Reaperland. You ever watch Reaperland, Gene? With brother
I've watched a couple episodes with oh
Brother
wait,
Dave
I'm
and
sorry.
John. Yeah,
Yeah,
With Dave and John,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah. I've watched a couple episodes.
That's
Have
a
you?
fun show. Yeah, no, it is cool.
Yeah,
It's a fun show. I like
yeah.
that a lot.
It's fun.
And then this week, right, Justin, is going to be a Bones 5 update.
Yes. Yes, it is.
All right,
Because we
so
pushed it back. So yeah.
So there we go. And then no D&D, which is probably the best show on Twitch right now. Is our Reaper Aaron playing D&D.
It's the funnest show, that's for
It
sure.
it is the funnest show. It's the funnest show. So
This is a pretty fun show too. You got to admit,
yeah, yeah. I
driving
mean,
the bus over.
yeah.
You know.
If it wasn't for the crappy paint jobs, this would be a really good show. So, anyways, are we ready to raid?
Yes, I just gotta hit the button.
All right. So, hit the button.
We're gonna be raiding. This lady is painting some really cool oil paintings. It looks like on some scenery.
Oh.
It's really. I love the color. The color's what drew me in. It's vibrant.
Oh. So don't get on there and start making Bob Ross jokes or anything. But anyways, see you next week. I don't know who's going to be on next week, but it'll be somebody fun. Hopefully it'll be Bob or Julie. We're only going to do one or the other. They're not doing at the same time. Like we're going to do Bob, we're going to do Julie, and then we're going to do the other Bob or Julie after. If Bob went, then it'll be Julie, and if it's Julie, then it'll be Bob. Makes sense. Anyways, see you next week, guys. Stay safe. Again, the whole COVID thing's still out there. So wear your mask. Wash your hands.
Wear your mask.
Don't touch weird people. Just don't touch other people that you don't know where they've been. And if you can't spray them down, don't touch them. But yeah, just stay safe, and we'll get through all this. So take care. Cheers, and have a good week.
I'm actually gonna cancel that raid. I don't want to send you to someone who's going offline.
Oh, okay. Well,
all that build up, what a letdown.
Golly, I was really going good. I was really feeling it. Now I'm just kind of like flummoxed. I would like to see. Can Derek do a Pauly Shore impersonation? That would be great.
Oh, never mind. She's back.
She's back? All right. So when are we going? When are we rating? How much do I got to vamp?
3 seconds worth.
All right. So
because I know it's somebody.
What's up, buddy?
All right. No. We're good. No amount of vamping is good. Spread the Reaper love. We like when you guys come out and hang out with us. Eugene for coming on the show and wasting an hour and a half of your time. And thank you, Proctor, for donating your time.
That's not what I'm doing.
Oh, okay.
It's not the intent at all.
And you're flipping back and forth between the scenes, so people. Okay.
I'm waiting on my money.
All right, I'm just gonna hit the raid now button.
My money.
See you guys later.
I'm about to get money.
I'm about to get money.